Hey guys, it's Kaiju0621, and today I'll be reviewing Trexrazor's movie. Now, he's a great filmmaker, like a fan-made filmmaker, like for Godzilla movies, and he also made an Ultraman series, a lot of stuff. But today I'll be reviewing his Rise and Mechagodzilla movie. Now, this is a sequel, I think, to the Godzilla's Return. He made like part one, part two, I think, up to part four, I think. And yeah, I'll just be reviewing this. It's a great film. Definitely check it out. I'll put the link in the for the movie in the description below or the channel. And now let's get started with the review. So I'll just be skimming through the movie while I talk about it. So starting off, you see some buildings. Nice view of the buildings, like normal life. Then you see directed by Trexrazor, and that you see Mechagodzilla on the floor, but the Kiryu one, not the original one. And you see like GMK, like how they show like the parts of the bodies of the monsters. Like you see Godzilla's fins, it says directed by Trexrazor. You see Mothra's wings, it says edited by Trexrazor. Like, you know what I'm talking about. And let's see here. And you see a nice scene. He's putting a lot of opening credits, and you see, and while he's playing the credits, you see shots of some carnival boat in the water, and you see some three guys. Let's see here. And let's see. Okay, and then you see like a boat, a giant boat, inspired by Godzilla films Godzilla. And then you see these guys that are talking. Some guy with some glasses. I mean, some like diving glasses. And they're like saying, "When are we gonna get there?" I think they're on the boat. Yeah, I think they're trying to go to some island. And there's this guy that's just chilling out. He doesn't really care. And he has great music in this movie. And these guys like, "Fine, I don't care." Then they say that there was a monster that attacked the boat. And they're like, "What? That didn't happen." And yeah, look, they're talking about some boat that got destroyed. And they think they can scare it away, but they can't. And they're just showing a bunch of dialogue. And then the scene I like is that when they get to the island, and you see the music playing, it's the music from Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. When they get to that island, it's like doo 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 doo. I can't explain it, but yeah, you see the carnival boat. It's all peaceful. They get to the island. So the main character is the guy probably with the diving glasses, and the other two guys. And then I think the guy is called Randy. I think in the opening credits, he says he Then they play this like really suspenseful music, and then you see a giant dinosaur skull, and you're wondering, is this a dinosaur skull? And you're like wondering what it is. And they're all wondering, what the heck could this be? And then you hear a roar. I thought it was Mechagodzilla. It kind of sounded like Mechagodzilla, but it wasn't. It's like an Ultraman monster. I can't explain. I don't know all the Ultraman monsters, but it is a monster, and they're running away from it. And they go and hide behind a bush. And then they're like running. They're like breathing really hard. And then the monster is like trying to find the guys, but I think it didn't see them. But yeah. Then after that, you see Godzilla rising out of the ocean, which is really cool. Actually, you see Godzilla just fighting the monster, and I think he's trying to like protect the three guys, and he's like battling. Really cool battle scene. I like the music. It's the Mechagodzilla theme. And they're like all screaming like, "Ah!" Then you see a battleship approaching in the water, and then they run for it and trying to escape. And then this like army guy from the battleship, he's telling them to get in the battleship quick, and they're all like running in the battleship. And then he's telling like where you guys from, and then he's telling them to get in there. And while they leave with the battleship, they escape, and while they escape, Godzilla's fighting the monster, and I think Godzilla twisted his head, the monster, and he killed him. And then he screams. Really nice battle scene. Then now we're moving on to chapter 2. Yeah, he did 4 chapters. And yeah, this is the chapter 2. Let's just get right into it. I'm looking at the video that says Rise of Mechagodzilla all chapters. Then it says 200 BC, back a lot of years ago. Then you see Gigan and King Ghidorah saying, "Hello, we are here." And there's some kind of like alien ship, I think it is. And then I'm just gonna read off what they say. And you see all the aliens like from Ultraman, Godzilla, yeah, a bunch of aliens from other yeah. And then they're like saying to show you our new invention. And then they say we created a new weapon used to destroy Godzilla. And he did some stop motion which I really like. And he says highly advanced weapon technology. We combined metal with G cells to create a bionicle Godzilla. So yeah, we all know that it's Mechagodzilla, and it's the Showa one. Let's see here. So we aren't here to explain it. We are here to show it to you. And then they're like opening the hatch to where like the monster's hidden. You don't see it. It's like a metal door. Then it opens up. It's really cool. Then he plays like the GMK theme, like when the old man is in the cave. It's like you hear like voices like echoing. Then you see Mechagodzilla, like the camera panning up to his whole body, which is really cool. I really like that. You see Mechagodzilla, like the shots, like you see in the original. Right now, Mechagodzilla is in off mode. So he's in off mode, and somehow he like malfunctions and turns back on, and he goes on a rampage and he's like, wait a minute, what's going on? And Gigan and King Ghidorah, the guys that made the weapon, they're like, what's going on? It's supposed to be in off mode. And then Mechagodzilla goes on a rampage and starts killing everyone. And then they try to escape, and then he kills a lot of monsters. He killed King Ghidorah, and Gigan's like, no, master! And then he actually rips off his wings. He's firing a lot of weapons, bombs, and everything, lasers, at all the monsters, and destroying the whole place. It's definitely on another planet, but I don't know. Then you see Mechagodzilla. Then he's starting to kill all the other minion monsters. Like he has like the King Ghidorah and Gigan had a bunch of monsters, and they were about to release him, but Mechagodzilla went on a rampage and started killing everyone. Then a bunch of them escaped, but some of them didn't. And Mechagodzilla just killed everyone. I mean, he just shot them in the heads. Yeah. Really nice scene. They're all escaping and screaming. Then you see this like sad music with Gigan, and he's sad that King Ghidorah died. He says, I'm sorry, King Ghidorah. Mechagodzilla's going to plunge. I'll destroy him for you, Ghidorah. Even if it means saving the Earth. It's all my fault you died. Then it says 15 BC, and then just playing like the Space Godzilla theme, like it kind of sounds like the Jaws theme. It's like dun 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 dun. Then you see Mechagodzilla. I think he's flying. Really nice scene. Yeah, he's flying like in space. Then he lands into this like planet, I think. It looks weird. It's like a red planet. Probably like Mars or something. Yeah, it is Mars, I think. Then you see Gigan behind him, and I think yeah. Yeah, and Mechagodzilla and Gigan have a big fight. It's the Gigan they put in this movie is the Final Wars, which is really cool. I really like that one. Then they have like a big battle, really nice. I like the effects. You see like explosions and stuff. And then Gigan says, one Godzilla is enough. Then he fights the Mechagodzilla. I really like this, like a slow motion scene where he's about to kick him. Really nice scene. I really liked it. And you see Mechagodzilla roaring. And Mechagodzilla technically defeats Gigan. And then he roars. And yeah, then we're moving on to chapter 3 now. Now in chapter 3, there you see the guys in the conference room, the 3 guys like you saw in the beginning. And they're in the conference room with the guys in the battleship. And he's telling them, and then they're talking about Godzilla. that how they can defeat Godzilla, and he's saying that Godzilla will destroy Tokyo if we don't do anything quick, like he did in 1954. And the guys are just saying a bunch of stuff like he's been attacking for 60 years. Then the other guy says we have advanced technology that we can destroy him. Yeah, I really like the dialogue they say, not just random stuff. I really like it. And then they just keep talking about it. And then the guy, like the main character, like it looks like a diver for me. And then he says, I feel Godzilla is a good guy. That's what he says. And then he says the first reason is because last year when he came, he attacked a bunch of monsters, and we're all teaming up with it. Yeah, I think you had to see the Godzilla's return, and before you see this one, and then they talk about how the spoiler alert, but when Godzilla killed the alien monster at the end, I think it was an Ultraman monster. In Godzilla's Return, his other movie, and he's talking about that Godzilla is a good guy. Then they just keep talking. I'm just gonna skip a little bit. Then after that, you see a scene with Infant Island for me, I think it is. You see a nice view of the island. You see a bunch of trees. Then you see Mothra on a rock, and she's like laying there, and she's roaring. And she starts to fly away, I think, to see what's going on with the battles. And then you see the battleships approaching the island. I think it's the same one. Yeah, there's like an aircraft carrier and a battleship. I really like those battleship toys. Yeah. And they're trying to find Godzilla. Then Godzilla comes out, and then the army guy says fire, and they keep firing at Godzilla. And then Mothra and Godzilla have a huge fight on the beach. And Mothra actually destroys the aircraft carrier and the battleship. She like totally tears it apart, and she's really big in this one. She's like 3 times bigger than the aircraft carrier, and the guys are screaming because they're inside it and they're like falling in the water. Really like that. Then Godzilla and Mothra have a huge fight, and Godzilla's roaring, he's scratching Mothra. Yeah, really nice battle scene. Then all the battle happened. It was like a 30-second battle. It really wasn't a battle. It was just like seeing Mothra and Godzilla roaring at her. Then after all happened, you see a big the camera's panning out. You see all the bodies of the people on the beach that fell off the aircraft carrier. Then he's playing like a sad song. And then they're all like hurt and stuff. You hear the sad song, and you see the main character. He's alive. Then he's like, where is everyone? And he's helping his friend Jeff, and he's alive. And they keep checking the pulses of the other people. And his friend was alive, also the other guy. And they're checking the pulses of the other guys that saved him, like the people that work in the battleship, they're all dead. And 4 were alive and 3 were dead and 1 missing. And like the army guy, like the main commander of the ship, is alive. And yeah. And he's still alive, and then they recover from the injuries. And then they just keep walking in the desert. And they're like walking in this big desert. And they're like all tired, what do we do? How are we gonna get there? Then you see then you come up to this dead monster, and they're like, what is this? And you hear the suspenseful music kicking up, and then they're like, it's just a corpse. And then they're like, what's going on? Why are you guys looking at me? And behind him is a giant, like some kind of like King Kong like monster, but it's like really skinny. It's like a giant ape. And then he's like roaring, eating the dead monster. And the guys are screaming, which is kind of funny. And yeah, it's really nice. I really like the music. It goes well with the battle. And then the monkey monster thing is chasing the guys. They're like running away. And the monster actually grabs the main character and is about to eat him. But the army commander, the guy that saved him, sacrifices himself and throws himself where the main character was. and he's still alive. And let me see here. Okay, just cut this part, okay? Then the guy throws himself where the main character was, and the monkey like kills the army guy, and he's like screaming. He's so vicious, that like monkey monster thing. Then the main character's screaming. Then the monster's eating the army commander. Then the Jeff, the main character's friend, shoots the monkey with a shotgun, and he actually kills him. But the guy's really hurt. Then this really sad music kicks in, and he's like, "I can't live anymore." And then he's like, "No, no, don't die." He's really sad. I actually felt some goosebumps when I saw this. He's like, "I don't think I can make it." This really sad music kicks in, and he's telling them, "You guys have to get out of here. Save yourself." He's telling them, "You guys have to go." Then the guy's like, "Don't die, please. No, you have to be alive." And yeah. And then the music starts getting really louder and louder. Then he tells them, "Go and get out of here, be alive." And then he starts like dying more, and then he moves his head to the side and he dies. This scene was actually really emotional. I really liked it how you did it. Nice job, T-Rex. And you're like crying, like, why? No, no. Then after that scene, it's actually chapter 4. This is the finale. After that scene, this is the finale. You see here. Then you see Mothra flying, and then she sees a fireball approaching. Then that fireball is actually Mechagodzilla. And let's see here. Then Mechagodzilla just is like destroying the whole. He like just arrived to Earth. Then you see a scene with Baby Godzilla on Monster Island. And it's not a Baby Godzilla figure, but it's actually like a little dinosaur. I really liked it. Like I do. Like I have like my little Baby Godzilla, which is not really a Godzilla related toy. I like how he did that too. And you see Baby Godzilla, the music all nice and cool. Then the main characters, they see a Mechagodzilla and they're like, "It's Mechagodzilla." And then they say it must have been made by aliens. Then the Baby Godzilla's crying out for help. Then Godzilla arrives, about to fight Mechagodzilla, which is really cool. It's the Final Wars Godzilla. Then they have this huge battle, which is really cool. Then there's like this like flashback. I think it's like Anguirus, and then it shows Kiryu destroying Anguirus. But then I think in Godzilla Returns, this other movie, Megalon killed the Mechagodzilla, the Kiryu. I think, I'm not sure. I haven't watched it in a long time, but yeah, just check it out to understand this movie. Then they have this huge battle, which is really cool. Then like Godzilla's dying, then he slaps Mechagodzilla with his tail. Really nice. I really like this battle scene. I really like the music. It's not from Godzilla. It's like from other movies, which is really cool. Then he has some little stop motion scenes. Then Mechagodzilla threw Godzilla, and I think, let's see here. Then there's like silence for like 5 seconds. Godzilla's on the floor. Then Mechagodzilla's roaring. Then he leaves. And then you hear the Godzilla, like the music in Godzilla vs. Destroyer, the sad song at the end when he's about to die. They actually played here because I think Godzilla's about to die here, and Baby Godzilla's watching everything. Kind of like in my movie, like when Baby Godzilla experienced how Godzilla died, his father. And I think he's like scarred for life, Baby Godzilla, because he saw how his father died. And he's crying, Baby Godzilla. Then his eyes turned white. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know, but this is Mike. It's probably going to be the GMK in the future. Then the sad song from Godzilla vs. Destroyer when he's dying. They're wondering, did that thing kill Godzilla? And they're telling how the baby was scarred for life, how seeing how his father died. And then they're just talking about sad stuff. Then they saying that I hope baby Godzilla turns into his real dad like before. Then you see the credits roll, which I really like. And he's telling the sad stuff about Godzilla. Then you see the camera panning out with Godzilla, the dead Godzilla and his son. Kind of sad. I really felt sad about that part. Then you see the credits starring Godzilla. Just a bunch of credits showing the character Jeff, Joseph, Trey, Quinn, a bunch of stuff. Producer, director, Trexrazor, T-Rex. I keep messing that up. The voice actors, T-Rex, Randy. The script was made by Trexrazor, Gojira 5400. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip the credits. And he says special thanks to a lot of them. See, I think that's it. It says no toys were harmed in the making of this film. And then you see Baby Godzilla. Wait a second. Then you see Baby Godzilla's shadow roaring like the Final Wars Godzilla. So yeah, that's the end of his film. Oh my gosh, I really like that film. I mean, it was one of the best fan films I've ever seen on YouTube. It's actually better than Godzilla's films. That person's channel, really nice. Really improving than before. Yeah. So it was a really nice movie. Check it out. I really liked it. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Really nice film. I really loved it. Really like in a normal Godzilla movie, like fan made, you only see monsters fighting. What I really like about this is that you actually see scenes with humans, so it actually feels like you're actually watching a Godzilla film. That's what I really like about it. And yeah, that's all my positive feedback I have. Another great film. Check it out. Subscribe to him. Like, comment on his videos. And yeah, that's really it for the review. Yeah, that was a great movie. Definitely check it out, like I said before. And yeah, check out my movies too.